Can I bring some science? I haven't brought science yet. A different discipline. Anthropology. Okay, here's science. So I try to relate this too with what we're understanding about consciousness and what we're understanding about the quantum realm. Okay, so the three-dimensional, five senses, holds us here in this dimension. It grounds us to this dimension. And to the level of your need to survive, your level of anxiety and fear will determine the density in which you exist in the three-dimensional. And their survival mechanisms makes you tied even further to the five senses because you're trying to make yourself safe.
Yeah, that's right.
In the quantum realm, there is no time, literally speaking. It's an eternal space. So you're thinking, well, what is okay. Everything that we see, I'm going to break it down again for like I've never told you before, or no one's ever talked about. Everything that you see in the three-dimensional world is made up of atoms. Once you get down to that small of a thing, it's called quantum, or it's based off the word packets of energy. So once you get into the atomic world and the subatomic world, which is the parts and particles of atoms and the smallness of it, it does not work off of Newtonian physics. It's unpredictable, it's uncertain, and it's supernatural. It is, and everything that we experience in our physical world is experienced through the building blocks of atoms that functions in rules that do not exist in our Newtonian world. They just don't. They know that atoms can be both waves and particles at the same time. They can be two different things at the same time. And they know that atoms can appear and disappear in different locations without ever having traveled the distance. So when I talked about me being here in 3D, if I want to go to the foyer out there, if they ask me to go to the foyer, it's going to take me some time to get there, and I have to actually do that. In the subatomic world, which is 5-dimensional, it just has to appear. It doesn't travel it. I don't know what that means. It just doesn't travel it, but it appears and reappears in reality. This is where what Elba talked about earlier is where the quantum field is. It's an intelligence. It's an intelligence that has the capability of creating endless possibilities. It is the place where anything can emerge from it. It is the place where there is no limitations. It's non-local, meaning that it doesn't have a particular location because it's everywhere. And it's everything that we are existing in. What makes reality reality is what they would call the observation, which is the collapse of the waveform into a particle, which then creates reality. This is why they talk about law of attraction, attracting your reality, because what they're saying is if you can get the right frequency happening, what will end up happening is the physical three-dimensional realm will collapse and begin to formulate that reality for you. But it will not do it because you want it to happen. There has to be some things come into place. So Joe Dispenza teaches this. This is incredible stuff. He talks about how the thoughts are the electric charge into the quantum field. The emotions is the magnetic charge that draws back to you. So whatever thought is being released and emotion is being released is what is being put out and what is being drawn back. And it creates it. So this is what would happen. Within the human, there is an invisible but real detectable phenomenon called electromagnetic field that emanates from every human being that looks like an apple. It's from your chakras, actually. Your chakras come up and through from the heart, and it comes out like an apple shape that comes out to about 3, sometimes 6 feet from your body, and it's an electromagnetic field. Guess what's in that field? Information. What information? Information of frequency and vibration of whether you are in a creative state for your life. Well, you're creating whether you want to or not. You are creating. Everything we're experiencing in our lives, we have created on some level. So, what we have to do with our electromagnetic field is we have to start to put in the field what we're actually wanting to create. Okay, you can say, I want to create a great future for my life, but you have anger, you have resentment, you have fear, you have all the anxiety, you have all these different things, and then say, I want to create my future. It will not happen because it's not a vibrational match.
That's right.
Yep. Yeah.
The law of attraction is the law of vibration.
Yeah.
And if this is correct, we are creating our vibrational frequency.
Yeah.
And if you want a different creation, we're co-creating with this divineness, whatever this is, what we're engaging with. We're creating with it, but it's waiting on us. It's kind of like Nathan was saying from a different perspective. He's saying, if you want it, God will let you have it. It's yours. You can have it. It's what you want. Your life can be exactly what you want.